joining us live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, was that a greeting? Because I'm going to have to charge you a greeting fee.
Oh.
I say good morning back.
Was that in the
Oh, are
fine
you?
print?
Yeah.
That's right.
Like
That's
you
the good morning surcharge. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, yeah. And then I have to charge you. I'm on your show fee.
Yeah,
This other stuff. So,
A lot of junk fees.
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Well,
Yeah,
no
I
more.
mean,
We're banning junk fees now.
Well, okay, so this is a bit misleading. We're not banning
Yeah.
junk fees. You're just going to know the junk fees are there from the beginning.
Yeah, no more surprises. Yeah.
Right.
Places like Ticketmaster, like Airbnbs, hotels and stuff, there's a new ban that goes into effect as of yesterday that basically says that all of those little fees that get tacked on at the end have to be disclosed ahead of time so that you know while you're booking, what cleaning fees are going to be there, what surcharges are going to be there, and so it's not a surprise.
It kind of feels like every ticketing service, I guess we are calling some out because we're using their name there in video.
Every ticket service like Ticketmaster.
Has been like, you pay for a show and everything just feels like Spirit Airlines, where it's like, you know what, I bought the ticket,
Yeah.
that allowed me to buy the ticket, and then, it's an extra like $6
Oh,
if you
but
want
did
to
you actually
breathe
wanna
at the
use that
concert.
ticket? Yeah, that's gonna be another
Yes.
$30.
More like a
Yeah.
seat, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, I guess I'm happy with this idea because, yes, it is more transparent, but essentially nothing's really going to change in terms of how it affects my wallet, is what
Right.
it sounds like.
No, you're going to be paying the same price, but hopefully these companies will go, oh, people aren't buying these because of all these fees that they know ahead of time. Now, it's no surprise at the end. We can't get past that first wall where we're like, I'm going to this show. And then you get there and you go, oh, I guess I'm not going. Well, I've already come this far. I might as well. So hopefully it'll make people realize they don't need to charge fees to click a button.
Now,
Yeah.
the big thing about this, though, is included in this new decision is that Ticketmaster is going to try to stop the bots. And I think that this is the big headline, is those bots that come in and they buy 300 Taylor Swift tickets right off
Sure.
the bat to go sell them. So they're going to try to crack down on that because that's why we have these hidden fees, is because these people are buying hundreds of tickets and then turning around and reselling them for thousands of dollars. So I'm hoping that by attacking the bots, that makes the surcharges go down just a little bit.
Right. Yeah. If we could cut down on some of the bots and the scalping, that would be ideal.
It'd be helpful.
But here's what I'm curious. Does this actually affect your behavior as a consumer? Because I do think that sometimes there is a bit of an emotional, you get the adrenaline rush because you want to get the tickets the day they go on sale, and you click through and you have to choose your seats and you get all excited about exactly where you're going to be, and then you get to the checkout, right? And that was where those junk fees were finally adding in. Does it cool you off a little bit to see that full price from the get-go? Do you think you're passing up on shows because of it?
For me, at least, yeah, I guess it takes the surprise out of it. But yeah, I think that I would pass up on a show if I go, because I'll go into the ticket section and I'm gonna go, well, I can afford the $20 tickets. I can't afford the $40 tickets. So
Yeah.
if I'm maxing out and going, all right, I'll go $40, and then I get there and it's $1,000. I go, wait a second, I only had $40. Now I know at least where I'm getting.
If you've gone through the emotional labor of waiting for an hour to get the most popular tickets in town, you got seats, you're so excited, you went through all that effort, and then they're tacking on an extra $20. I imagine a lot of people are like, I hate this, but I'm going to pay it.
Right?
Yeah, well,
you kind of put up with it a little more. when it's the
And
end.
in a lot of cases, depending on how much the original ticket is, but it's not just $20. It can be as much as the ticket itself, depending on the show
You
and
had
the
that happen,
venue.
right?
And
One time on a
I mean, I've
resale?
had it happen. I know that our producer Ethan,
Oh, that's
he's
right.
told us
Ethan
a
was talking
story
about it.
about where he ended up paying 105% in fees on top of the ticket. I mean, that stuff does happen. I do remember, and I don't remember. This is probably dangerous that I'm throwing this out there, so I could be misquoting this, but I remember just before COVID hit, a band I've wanted to see since forever in a lifetime is Rage Against the Machine. Never had a chance to see them. They were on tour. Show got canceled because of COVID. But I remember I was ready to pony up like $200 for this ticket, right? Which I always thought was a little ironic because I was like, oh man, you're Rage Against the Machine. That's kind of like the whole
raging
thing.
too hard against the machine here, are we?
But then the ticket price came out to like $380 because of other fees on top of it.
Yeah.
I didn't go because of COVID, but it's atrocious sometimes.
Well, and so now with this change taking effect, my friends and I were just looking at Lady Gaga tickets for when she comes to Seattle on her tour, and now you're seeing that ticket price of upwards of $350, and we didn't even click through to seats because it was like,
Yeah.
oh, no, not doing that.
Yeah, hopefully
Too
it'll
much.
bring down the price of tickets so that they can add more fees and balance it. I don't know. Like, or just get rid of the fees. Like, the fees
Right.
are dumb. Like,
Get
why are
rid
you
of the
you're just putting
fees.
it in there because you're greedy? Like,
That
That
no,
would
I mean,
be
there's
that
no
would be
reason
the
to have
ultimate
these.
nice move.
The
but-
transparency is good, so I will say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I am curious to see how consumer spending changes, if at all, because
That's
of
going to
it.
be a wishful thinking fee, Nick. I'm going to need that.
Yeah.
$5
Yeah,
from you.
exactly. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
charge me a convenience fee if I'm buying it online.
Yeah.
All right.
Right?
You're right.
Convenient for
Yeah,
who?
for
Yeah.
who? Do you really want me to come down to the office? I don't think so.
I know.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thanks for letting us gripe.
Well,
I feel
we're
better.
going to charge you nothing tomorrow to be
Yeah.
on the show.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Always appreciate it. For more trending topics anytime, you can always catch Nick and Kristen weekdays on 99.5 The Wolf.
All right, it's 8:21 on this Tuesday morning, and coming up, we're fighting cancer on your own terms. That's the mission. A Portland nonprofit holds dear